Hello and welcome to my LEGO Worlds milestone updates. This is the 6th week of this current class and I am now just documenting my first milestone. So I had 5 things on my list, and the first thing was learning the LEGO editor. I was to learn the editor and how it works. There are a couple of different tools such as the copy, build, and destroy tool. This was going to take me around 4 hours. So first things first is as soon as you hold triangle, you have a bunch of different things. You have customizer, a free build, a landscape, copy, build, paint, discovery, and then just your inventory, which these two don't are not applicable at this moment. So some of the most important things would be the free build. So I'm actually gonna take it right over here so that I can demonstrate some of the stuff without ruining the current exoskeleton. Yeah, so that's that. I'm not gonna be using the tool much within this world. So now we're gonna head right back over. And the next thing that I have is an exoskeleton of the map. So if you look up to the top right in the HUD, we have a big flat area that I kind of had to flatten out myself. Um, let's see if we get a better view from up here. Not the best view, it's just a good view. So essentially, let's zoom in. The exoskeleton is of the green area is the one that I was just on, and then we have this green area that I flattened out. So there's all these mountains were flattened out to make the level in a sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get a better view of it from the top. We're just gonna go down on it a little bit so I can show what it kind of looks like. So we're coming in a little bit close. I'm just gonna slow it down. So no, that didn't help at all, really. As you can see, it's a lot more flat over here. I thought that would work better, but it didn't. But we're gonna roll with it. So essentially, the exoskeleton is just a bunch of flat plains with some obstacles in the way, such as mountains. And this is really gonna be what the map level layout is gonna be, in a sense, for the player. And then I'll just do a quick run over here so that you can see how it goes as well, how far the exoskeleton goes. Alright, so the second part, or the third part of my milestone is designing different plots for buildings. Essentially, buildings will have to be placed in a way that it won't affect the user's path. I started this by adding, so essentially this is a plot. This will be a plot where a building will be placed. I had already placed a certain building, and judging by the size of it, or how the size I kind of want everything else to be, I just kind of compared it to this square, and all the buildings are gonna be essentially this kind of size. So there's a plot here, and there's a plot here, and I made it so that it does not interfere with the critical path of the game. There's a plot here, and then the mountains are not counting as buildings, but they're counting as, I would say, obstacles, and they also do not interfere with the player's ability to play the game. So those are just a couple of plots, nothing too serious yet. I still have to figure out how to design the buildings specifically to my liking. On the fourth part, we have the critical pathways. Create critical pathways. It is essentially creating the pathway for the user to play through. This will be the path the user needs to take to win the game. So the path the user is going to have to take to win the game is this. I had kind of outlined all the paths with this gray paint. So going this way around the map, around the hill, is going to be the way that the player will need to take to win the game. At the moment, there are 4 critical paths, and I'm just going to kind of speed through this so that you can see all the paths really quick. Alright, and the very last thing that I was going to do is just playtest. Essentially that there's not much to playtest in this. I kind of made that mistake while doing my milestone. I wasn't too sure how this was going to all plan out since I've never really done anything like this before. However, playtesting it while kind of just walking around the paths, it seems like I added a lot more space than I did not think I needed, if that makes sense. So it all feels more flowy to me, at least. That's probably not a word, but we're gonna use it anyways. And it just feels really nice. I feel like if I can add the buildings that I want and I could add some AI and then eventually add the decorations, it could come out to be a really nice map. And that is all I really have. It's just a demonstration for my milestone 1. Thank you for watching, and I will be back for my milestone 2.